Today we will be making no-bake Nutella cookies. These are so delicious and very refreshing. Let's begin. You will need 2/3 cups of white chocolate, melted in the microwave for about 30 seconds, and you have to really mix it, and that's gonna allow it to melt better. Then you're going to add a cup of Nutella into a food processor, then 3/4 cups of coconut milk. Then you're going to add 3.5 to 4 cups of Kellogg's cereal. Just keep an eye on it. Add 3.5 cups first. If it needs a little bit more, add the last cup. And you're going to pulse it. And then I added the white chocolate just because my food processor is actually really small, so I wasn't able to fit everything. But if you can, just add everything. It's gonna look like this, very wet, but you're going to place it on wax paper and freeze it for 1 hour. And once it's finished, it's going to look like this. It is so good, guys. It was so refreshing, and today was such a hot day, so my sister and I ate a whole bunch of these cookies, and they actually really taste like Ferrero Rocher. To store the cookies, you need to place it in the freezer or in the refrigerator, but these cookies are amazing. If you guys are going to try it, please send me pictures on my Instagram. I would love to see it. Also, thanks to those of you who requested no-bake cookies. Today, we will be making no-bake Kit Kat cookies. Let's begin! In a large bowl, add 1/3 cup of softened butter, 1/3 cup of brown sugar, and then take your fork or your handheld mixer and you're going to mix it until everything is well combined. And then you're going to add 1 teaspoon of milk. Mix until the milk is well combined, and then you're going to take 1 cup of almond flour. If you don't have almond flour available, you can use all-purpose flour, but there is a huge difference in taste. The almond flour gives it more of a nutty flavor, and I think eating almond flour is better than eating raw flour. Anyway, next add 1/3 cup of mini chocolate chips. It has to be mini because the combination of the small mini morsels and the Kit Kat bars tastes amazing. I've been hearing other YouTubers rave about green tea Kit Kats, but I'm not a big fan of green tea, so I didn't think it would taste very good. But actually, guys, it was so good. I just kept eating it and eating it. So you guys have to try this. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna freeze the Kit Kats for about 20 minutes, and then you're gonna cut it into thirds, and then place it into the center of the cookie dough, and then roll it up in a ball like so. And then you're going to place it on wax paper. You're going to freeze it for at least an hour. After, feel free to take your first bite. It was so good. I'm already a big fan of chocolate chip cookies, so adding the green tea just gave it such a punch. So guys, thank you so much for requesting no-bake cookies. No-bake cookies won by a landslide. So I'm going to share with you how to make no-bake microwave cookies. Let's begin. So in a microwavable safe bowl or mug, you're going to add the butter and make sure it's softened. And you're just going to butter the whole bowl or mug. So once you're finished, you're going to add the granulated sugar, the brown sugar, and you're going to mix it until it is light and fluffy. Next, you're going to add 1 egg yolk, some vanilla extract, and you're going to mix it until it is well combined. Next, you're going to add the flour and a pinch of salt, and you're going to mix it until most of the flour is disappeared or has disappeared, and then you're going to add the miniature chocolate chips. So next, with your spatula, you're going to flatten out the cookie, and you're going to pop it in the microwave. So my microwave is pretty strong, so I only heated this cookie for about 1 minute and 30 seconds. It wasn't too long. I suggest warming it for about 45 seconds and then taking a look at the cookie to see if it needs like a couple of more seconds or 30 more seconds. So I added a little bit more chocolate chips to make it look more delicious, and that's it. This is such a quick and easy recipe, especially for those of you who want the cookie but don't want to turn on the oven. See you on my next upload. Today, we will be making no-bake oatmeal cookies. You're going to place a saucepan on a medium-high heat, and you're going to add 1 stick of butter, 1.5 cups of sugar, and then I loved almond milk, so I used 1/2 cup of almond milk. If you don't have that, you can just use regular milk. You're going to add that to the mix, and then you're going to add 3 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder, and then you're going to mix it until everything is well combined. Allow it to boil so it's going to look like this when it's ready. Add half a cup of cookie butter. If you don't have cookie butter, you can use crunchy peanut butter or creamy peanut butter. And here's a great tip. Wrap the cup in saran wrap. It will make it so much easier to remove any sticky item that you place in there. So look how easy that was to add to the saucepan. Then you're going to add some peanuts, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Then take your mixer or take your spoon and you're just going to mix it until everything is well combined. So once everything is well combined, you're going to add 3 cups of oats and mix it until it's all mixed in, just like this. And then you're going to prepare some wax paper or parchment paper. And I found it really easy to use an ice cream scooper because using a spoon, it's really messy. So if you have an ice cream scooper, please use that. It's so much easier. I placed the platter in the freezer and froze it for about 30 minutes. And look how delicious this looks. I was so happy how it turned out. It was very sweet. I love the crunchiness of the peanuts. Now, if you use crunchy peanut butter, you don't have to add the nuts. So just refrain from doing that. But here is the inside. It almost resembles a candy bar, but it's so delicious, guys. You gotta try this. Thank you so much for those of you who requested no-bake cookies or no-bake desserts in general. And hi guys, it's Lainey and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing with you a no-bake cookie called white chocolate cookies. Let's get started. So all you will need is 2 cups of Rice Krispie cereal and place it in a bowl along with 1 3/4 cups of cookie butter. Now, if you don't have cookie butter available, you can use peanut butter, but I think the cookie butter takes these cookies to another level. It is actually so addicting. Next, add the miniature marshmallows and you're going to mix it until it is well mixed. Then you're going to melt some white chocolate. You can use candy melts or you can use white chocolate chips, whichever you have available. And you're going to pour it into the bowl. You are going to mix, and then you're going to add the miniature or the mini chocolate chips and continue mixing until everything is well combined. Now, if you want to stick your finger in there and try some, go right ahead because it doesn't have any eggs. Now, you're going to use a spoon, or if you have a cookie scooper, use that because it is very sticky. You're going to place it onto some parchment paper, and then I placed it in the refrigerator for about 1 hour to allow it to completely harden. And that's it. I love no-bake cookies because I don't have to turn on my oven in this hot weather. It's just like you can't stop eating it. And I had to have a cup of water with me to down these cookies, but these were so delicious. I really hope you guys give this a try. And if you want to see more videos, go ahead and subscribe. Hi guys, it's Lainey. For holiday baking, we will be making chocolate truffle cookie dough. Let's begin. In a large bowl, you're going to add some softened butter, granulated sugar, brown sugar, and you're going to take your spoon or whisk and you're going to mix it until it is nice and fluffy. And since this is a no-bake recipe, we'll be adding vanilla extract, some all-purpose flour, salt, and chocolate chips, and then take your spoon and you're going to continue mixing until everything is well combined. Now, I think I used my hands to get it just like this. Just make sure you wash your hands, and then I took my ever faithful cookie scooper, scooped it into my hands, and then I kind of separated it into 2 just because the cookie scooper was too large. Then I rolled it up, placed it onto my plate, and then grab some saran wrap and then cover the plate, making sure no air will get through. Refrigerate it, and then I just melted some chocolate, rolled the cookie dough in the chocolate, placed it onto some parchment paper, added some sprinkles, and there you have it. Here is a great treat to give during the holidays, even for Thanksgiving if you want. I really love making this recipe because it's no bake and it doesn't have any eggs. And you can make all different kinds of flavors. You can even add some nuts in the center of the cookie dough. use mint or nuts to cover it. It is really up to you. Today we'll be making no-bake cookie dough bites, which is a great recipe to use during the summer when you don't want to turn on your oven. Let's begin. You're going to need half a cup of butter, a third cup of brown sugar, a third cup of granulated sugar, and then take your beater and you're going to cream it until it's light and fluffy. And after about 30 seconds, everything should be mixed in very well. Then you're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1 cup of all-purpose flour. And then you're going to continue mixing until everything is well combined. And then grab 3/4 cups of mini chocolate chips. Mini chocolate chips work best because it's easier to bite into rather than the regular chocolate chips. And you're just going to mix it until everything is combined, just like so. Then I grabbed about a tablespoon of the cookie dough, and then I just kind of smashed it together and rolled it into a ball. Then I placed it onto parchment paper. The cookie dough tastes so much better when it's refrigerated, so let it sit for about 15 to 20 minutes in the refrigerator. Make sure you cover it so it doesn't dry out. A really easy recipe to make, and it's great for summer because you don't have to turn on the oven.